Hello everyone, girls and boys of all ages, from Sika Vertical, the channel that accompanies you on your personal growth journey. In this video we observe the emergence and growth of awareness of our consciousness. What is it and what does it feel like when we have objective perception of the flow of our thoughts that passes through our consciousness? We are not our thoughts, they often tend to cannibalize our self, especially when they become loaded with anxieties, fears, bitterness, fears or other negative feelings. As we will see in this video, it is not possible to remove our thoughts, linked to our past and present experiences and to the natural propensity for the future. The good news is that there is a way for them to be objectified by our self which, in this way, frees itself from the suffocating embrace of our thoughts and accesses its full and complete potential for expression. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel by hovering your mouse over our logo at the bottom right. In our mind, there is often a constant flow of thoughts that never seems to stop, and we tend to identify with them, believing that they are our true essence. However, there is something deeper behind thoughts, something larger, a higher consciousness, a presence that we rarely notice but is always there. We live trapped in the mental cycle, unable to perceive this larger reality, and thus we lose connection with the present moment. The awakening of consciousness occurs precisely when we are able to suspend this incessant flow of thoughts. In those moments of pause, we see the world as it really is, without the influence of our preconceptions or our mental stories. What emerges is a presence, an inner quiet that has always been within us, but that we often ignore. These moments of presence, which can happen spontaneously, bring us back to the reality of the here and now. It is in these moments that we feel a profound peace and a more authentic connection with life. When we begin to observe our thoughts, we realize that they arise by themselves, almost like a voice that speaks continuously. The problem is not so much thinking itself, but identifying with thoughts. We convince ourselves that they define who we are, thus constructing a false identity based on judgments, memories, and predictions. The mind creates narratives that distance us from the present, taking us into the past or the future. This state of mind disconnects us from our true essence and traps us in a reality fabricated by our thoughts. But when we begin to observe these thoughts, even for just a moment, we create a distance between ourselves and our mind. This distance allows us to no longer be completely absorbed in our thoughts, opening the space for awareness. The mind will never stop thinking, but our relationship with thoughts will change. We will no longer be controlled by them, but we will become the conscious observer. This process marks the beginning of spiritual awakening. The fundamental difference between thinking and being aware is that thinking is limited by our past experiences and future expectations. When we are trapped in thinking, we live in a repetitive cycle, which distances us from the present moment. Higher consciousness, on the other hand, is the simple act of being present, without judging or interpreting reality. When we are in this state of presence, time seems to stand still and we live life to the fullest. Experiences such as watching a sunset or being in touch with nature can help us experience this state of awareness. In those moments, thoughts temporarily cease, and what remains is the pure perception of the present moment. These brief flashes of awareness allow us to have direct experiences of reality, without the filter of our thoughts. It is important not to label these moments as spiritual, as this risks complicating them unnecessarily. Awareness is a direct experience, without the need for explanation or definition. These moments of presence are essential to our spiritual development and, although brief, have a profound impact on our consciousness. Over time, these flashes of awareness become more frequent and begin to transform the way we live. Spiritual awakening is not a sudden change, but a gradual process that manifests itself through small steps. Every time we bring our attention back to the present, even for a few seconds, we cultivate awareness and move closer to a lasting state of presence. This practice helps us live with more intention, to see things as they really are, without the filters of thoughts. When we live in a state of awareness, our relationship with stress and emotions changes. Instead of reacting automatically, we observe our reactions and choose how to respond. This awareness frees us from impulsive responses and allows us to face challenges with more calm and clarity. Problems that once seemed insurmountable begin to lose their power, as we are no longer slaves to our minds. Mindfulness also has a positive impact on relationships. When we are present, we are more attentive and less reactive, which leads to more authentic and empathetic communication. Presence creates a space of openness and understanding that transforms the way we relate to others. Another benefit of mindfulness is improved mental and physical health. By reducing overthinking and mental stress, the body responds in a more balanced way, improving sleep, digestion, and the immune system. Mindfulness helps us let go of the idea of a fixed identity and shows us that we are much more than our thoughts and emotions. This realization leads to inner freedom and greater peace. Living in a state of presence brings lightness to life. Challenges do not disappear, but our relationship with them changes. We experience life with more clarity and peace, without being overwhelmed by thoughts. This shift in perspective is what makes mindfulness so powerful and transformative. By living in this state, we are more open to life's experiences and free ourselves from the suffering caused by identification with thoughts. Inner space is a fundamental concept in the awakening of consciousness. It is a state in which thoughts still exist, but no longer dominate. It is a silent pause between thoughts, where we find a deeper dimension of our consciousness. Creating inner space means emptying the mind of superfluous thoughts, allowing awareness to emerge. It is like emptying a full cup to make room for something new. Cultivating this space requires the practice of presence and awareness. By observing our thoughts without identifying with them, we create an inner space that allows us to live the present moment more deeply and authentically. This space is not empty, but filled with a silent and peaceful presence that reconnects us to our true essence. In conclusion, the awakening of consciousness is a gradual process that manifests itself through small moments of awareness. These flashes of presence allow us to live with greater clarity and peace, freeing us from the dominion of thoughts. Living in a state of awareness transforms our relationship with life, with others, and with ourselves, leading to greater inner freedom and a deep connection with the present. If you feel that you have discovered something new today and you like the discovery, leave a like to this video. Any thoughts or insights you have in mind, write them immediately in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of each of our further publications. Also share it with your friends. May happiness always be your faithful companion.